21st of March 2026 was the date of the Premodern Danish Nationals. Table 1 was recorded throughout the whole Swiss, and the videos will be up on this channel eventually. I really enjoyed the day as a whole, and I believe the organizers did a great job. Great food, not a ton of idle time between rounds, judges on site, and low priced, so we didn't have too many spikes. I would say low prices. Thanks to all the players for being cool, and I hope the ones of you who were there had a great time as I did. It takes a lot of time to make all these videos, so if you would like to subscribe or maybe even drop a comment or like below, I would really appreciate it. And it helps a ton with my motivation for doing these. And if you have any questions as to Nationals or the video in general, just leave a comment down below. I will answer every single one. Now for our first international match, we have Mikael on the left here from Sweden and Frederik on the right from Denmark. Same playmats. These were playmats that I set up so that I didn't have to do all sorts of editing afterwards if they were out of the picture and so. And as you can see, we're still missing some dice here. And Mikael is using a pen to write down life totals. And we see keeps and a crystal land here. Quite powerful with the soul land ability for sacrifice of it, so it can go quite aggressive. And what do we see here? A forest from Flag and just passing the turn here. Slow start. Another land here, Mind Stone, is dropped, so more acceleration. Speaking of acceleration, we have a Mox Diamond here, tapping 3 for a Call the Herd. So putting down an elephant token here. Quite nice token, I would say. Quite nice altered token. Okay, just another crystal vein. We had a draw from the Mind Stone, just drawing into whatever he needs. It's kind of clear to see that we have some combo stuff going on the left here from Mikael. Swing for 3, flashback on Call to Herd, passing the turn. And setting up some defense here with defense grid. If there's any shenanigans, but no colored mana. No colored mana just yet. If the colored mana is crucial, it's probably a good thing to just keep it in hand against what looks like some Terrageddon stuff here on the right with the Mox Diamond, since they could wasteland it, and if you really need it, just keep it in hand until you actually want to put it down and use the colored mana. Okay, just tons of elephants going here, 3 elephants. Okay, now we see a Shivan Reef. So we do have blue and red mana. This could be Tinker Fling from what we've seen. Thinking. Trying to figure out if he have the combo. What does he have enough land? He has 7 mana. But he passes the turn. Guess he can take one more full swing here. Swings for 9. Getting low here. And the colored mana is mana that also damages Mikael. So he probably has to go for it on his turn. City of Traders. Nine mana in total here. Okay, 4 mana. 6 mana. So here is the Devourer. And he will remove cards until it's big enough. There's another Devourer, an altar. Okay, so we know what's going on here, and here Frederik is probably just seeing what he is facing, like what kind of tech has he altered for. So seeing those webs here is not great. But yeah, okay, we see a fling for the win, and that's yeah, you just have to be fast or be able to interact with it, or else Tinkerfling is just dangerously fast sometimes. 1-0. Going into sideboarded games here, we do know that Frederik could sideboard in some stuff against it. I have linked the deck lists down below, so if you want to take a closer look of how you would sideboard in this matchup, just take a peek and maybe comment down below how you would go about it. But Frederik needs to be able to interact with either Tinker or Fling or the Devourer. And hopefully more than just one of the three. And Mikael just needs to be able to land the combo again here. So how they would go about it is not clear yet, but we see two spheres going down from Ancient Tomb. So Mikael at 18 already. And Frederik needs to close down this game before Mikael just ends it out of nowhere. One of the ways you can go about it is dropping this card, which hinders activated abilities, and the Devourer's mill effect is an activated ability, so it's now just 6 mana for a 1-1 that does nothing. Unless Mikael can get rid of this cursed totem, that is. Sending back the turn, Gemstone Mine, and just back to Frederik again here. So what can he do? Can he actually drop an elephant here, or does he have... Yeah, he has a port, so maybe that's the plan. Okay, dropping a Sylvan. That is an important card. Impulsing here from the colored mana from Chromosphere, and also had the draw effect, so he is actively finding stuff, hopefully relevant stuff. But a Curse Totem on the second turn, third turn, Sylvan Library is nice for a Terrageddon kind of deck. Draw for turn. Does have a bunch of cards here. Dropping a land. Another tomb. This is going to hurt him a ton here. Altar. Okay, down to 14 already. And this is annoying. He can't, of course, tap the Sylvan here. But, yeah, just an annoying card, but it buys a ton of time for Michael here. And he could go aggressive on the Sylvan. Does so, takes 8. Has taken, they're just discussing, has taken 1 damage from the Brushland, so that's why he has put his life total at 11 and not 12. Wasteland, the colored source, I think that's a smart thing to do. It doesn't take a lot of elephants to kill someone with 2 ancient tombs as their primary mana sources. Now another pain land is going down here. 2 soul lands with pain and just a regular pain land from Apocalypse here. Hurtful stuff. This leaves Michael with an opportunity to do something. Does he have Tinker here? He tinkers. And he has the altar in play. But Curse Totem is a problem, so he finds a web here. Which means that Port does never untap now. Well, at least he didn't tap that Wasteland for mana. Draws for the web. Takes more damage. And dropping more artifacts. Now he has colored mana as well. Yeah, the Port didn't untap at all, so still the 3 same permanents are tapped, or 4 I should say. And what now? Can he go even more aggressive? I don't think he should go too low here, because a fling in the end game is still an option then. If the game goes long, you really have to know as a Tinker Fling player what's in your library, how much mana cost does it have in total, to be able to see which game plan can you be on. Okay, a fetch. Wooded Foothills. Sheaven Reef. 3 cards in hand. And another one. This is so hurtful, and yeah, add just a sideboard card here to get rid of the graveyard. But he's not going anywhere, he's just locking up the game here. And now he wants to take back how he spent his mana so that he can actually get a draw in from this artifact. He does so, and back to fight. He fetches. And finding a forest here. Tapping down everything since he has to tap 6 land, or 6 cards in total here, and can't tap an enchantment. So that's just everything, and probably again next turn, that is. And I'm letting through a little bit of speaking here, since you can hear that what they are discussing. Sylvan trigger. Can't take a lot of damage. And does he have a land drop maybe? Does he have a land drop? Probably, since most of his deck is... No, not most, but a lot of his deck is just lands. But some of them are lands with text, which could count as a spell to some. Sending the turn back to Michael here, tapping down 4 cards. Having a land drop to make. An altar, another altar. Shipping back the turn to a fight, who has to tap 4 things. No, the Port is affected by the web, so that doesn't count. He has to tap one more. Yes. And I think it's nice of Michael to remind him, because he probably forgets. I don't think he's trying to get away with anything cheeky here. But if you're not playing against those taxing decks here, or present decks you could call them, to some degree, you need to be wary of what you can do. Sacrifice or discarding a wasteland to keep the marks. Now he has 2 mana for seal. It looks like seal is nice here, but what would you seal in this situation? I'm not quite sure, because he has 2 altars, so you can't get rid of both. He has 3 altars. You can't get rid of all 3 from a single seal. You can get an untap with or on your port, but that's probably it. So what is he untapping here? Okay, tapping down 1, 2 cards. And Sylvan. It would be nice with a camera from the player side, so that we can actually see what's on top with Sylvan, like what is the player thinking about, what are his options. But we don't. We have this top camera here, and that is it. But it looks like we have a play here. An elephant. Yeah. Doesn't take a lot of attack steps to actually kill Michael here from this ancient tomb fest that he has been having. Okay, sending over the turn. It's probably now that he needs to go for it. Gemstone Mine. So a colored sword that doesn't require you to like kind of kill yourself. You should just put that port, yeah, over to the side. Just maybe put a counter on it so you remember you can't untap this card. He is apologizing. Swing for 3. 4 mana Armageddon. And that is game. Yeah, a City of Brass in hand for Michael as well. So that was it. Let's see how this will go in the 3rd game. If you are playing MTGO or Magic the Gathering online and are using a rental service, or if you want to do that, I have a link in the description for a referral and a coupon code which makes you get 30% off on your next subscription. So consider that, and onto the video. Let's get to it. 3rd game of this 2nd round of the Premodern Danish Nationals. If you've made it this far, consider subscribing. I will upload the rest shortly over the next few weeks. So if you don't want to miss that, we do have some very interesting matches. Also, a match where we do kind of fix a game, which a judge would have to overview, but you'll see that later on. Consider subscribing, and then consider just watching the rest of this game here. We do see just lands being dropped, and the turn is just passed, and not that aggressive compared to the other games. We do see Mindstone here, so ramp, and City of Brass is starting to just slowly chip away the life total of Michael. Feig is putting down a seal of cleansing, and also takes the damage from his pain land. And 2 mana, Mindstone. So able to either power some huge stuff, or he could draw into whatever he needs later on. I like Mindstone as a card. I wish it could produce colored mana sometimes, but that would be too busted. Go into too many decks, of course. Okay, powering out an elephant on turn 3, so knowing that this game could be over in a second, I think it's smart to just do something. But having to tap all your stuff is, of course, a bummer. So what's the plan here? It's like, do you have anything? Do you have land to drop? Do you have maybe a Mox Diamond, since you are taking this long to figure out what's the next play here? But we can sit here and admire that token there. I think it's nice to do something towards putting nice tokens in your decks, especially if you are like maining Called the Herd decks, like myself, to be able to put down some nice tokens. I've got one or two from Euros 2024. I've got a color paint one. I've got now a Danish National Championship of Premodern one. But he drops a Wasteland and just passes the turn here. Stuff being tapped. And he is moving his lands, so clearly telling that he has another land drop to make. But dropping a crypt first, and then a land. So a clear tell. Do you tap that wasteland? Do you do that? Okay, walking straight into web danger here, but he does have seal for the web, but that's probably not what you want to use the seal for. What's going on here? He's trying to cast a sorcery in his upkeep. That's not how you cast sorceries, but I'm not sure how Seasoned Flag is, but he can't do that. But he can use a land to return a tapped forest, it looked like, and then he has the ability to tap 1, 2, 3 in total for another elephant. And swing. Trying to close down the game. That is his plan. Clearly his plan here. Not sure if it's going to work out for him here, but it is a plan. And having 6 damage per turn is truly strong. So what did you tap? The 2. Okay, the port and the wasteland. He could set back Michael a lot here. Clearing out some of the colored mana. He chooses not to. Swings for 6. Goes aggressive. Maybe he has a follow-up play. Sylvan. You can see Michael playing so quick. This is not his first time playing this Tinkerfling deck. Playing it so nice. And it's nice with some visits from Sweden. There were a lot of nationalities, so as you can hear in this game, many of the matches were played in English. So foreigners were very welcome. There were people from Norway, Sweden, of course Denmark. I know that some Spanish guy who lives in England were there, and Polish, the Polish national or the Polish pre-modern scene were there, some of them at least, and we saw Germans as well, and Italian. I played an Italian, so quite nice to see how international this event actually got here. Rushing River, forcing a sacrifice on the seal, having 8 mana, being able to be played here. Does he have altar and yeah, that is game. Okay. Yeah, it can go so quick, and top deck Tinker as well. Very well played, Michael. And yeah, the best combo deck for sure. If you want to play combo, go this way, or maybe try from the first video Iggy Pop. But that's it for this match. 2-1 for Tinkerfling.